I'm Dave Epstein. Welcome to this edition of Growing Wisdom, and today we're talking plants that grow tall but stay narrow. They're great for small spaces because although they grow up like this big guy, they don't get very wide. This is one of my favorite plants in the garden. It's a copper beech. Now, beech trees grow absolutely enormous. They're huge things, but this guy, you know, it's up there probably 25 feet at this point, but it's not very wide, not any wider than maybe 6 or 8 feet, and it is called red obelisk, and there are a couple of different varieties of beech trees that stay nice and narrow like this, keep that wonderful copper color, but do not grow very wide. Traditional beech trees are going to get to be 15, 20, 30 feet across. They are big. European beeches, American beeches, they get really tall. But this guy, I love it in the garden. It's a nice, what I would say is a showpiece. It's a focal point in the garden. Imagine if this weren't here, you'd lose not only the tallness of it, but you'd lose the color as well. And that's one of the reasons why I like it so much. Let me show you a couple of others of my favorite narrow plants. This is Granblandis boxwood. It's a boxwood, obviously, and it gets nice and tall, stays narrow. It's on the corner of the house. It's only about 4.5 feet wide, if that, and it's been here for a long time. It is a nice plant for a corner of a property because it's going to kind of soften the edges a little bit. It will get tall, but it's not coming into our path here. Occasionally, you might have to prune it if it gets a little wide, but in general, this is a nice columnar plant. The Granblandis can handle quite a bit of shade. This is in sort of a part sun. It gets some afternoon sun. It's pretty shady in the morning. It's actually on the north side of the house, but the front of it obviously faces off towards the west, so it does get some afternoon sunshine, especially in the summer, and it actually makes a good home for birds as well. We have a robin in there this year with a few little babies. This next plant I want to show you is a magnolia. It is sunspire, and obviously it's tall and skinny, and a lot of magnolias get really big, and this is getting tall, there's no question about that, but it's not getting wide, so we have it again in a small space. It's not that far away from that Granblandis I showed you. Again, it's not going to come into the path, it's not going to come into the yard. It does provide some shade, but limited. I don't want a lot of shade from it. I don't want a tree that becomes a shade tree, and so it also has these wonderful flowers, and we're lucky. While we're filming this, we're actually seeing it pretty close to peak with all those wonderful yellow magnolia flowers. Yellow magnolia flowers are a little bit different. A lot of magnolias you see are pink or white or purple, but the yellow tends to be a little less common, which is another reason I really enjoy this in the garden. The final plant I want to show you is a Camoucras. It's Whistle's saguaro. It looks like a saguaro cactus a little bit. Of course, it's not a cactus. It is a Camoucras. It's an evergreen. It holds its color, those evergreen needles, all winter long, and that's the great thing about it. It does stay relatively narrow. It wants to have morning sun, afternoon shade. I think that tends to be the preferred kind of light environment for it. It would do fine in full sun. It would do okay in more shade, but it would tend to get a little leggier. So by having it get enough sun, it's staying a little bit tighter. The color also looks really nice as well. The plant wants to be evenly moist. It will become drought tolerant over time. I don't really water it anymore now that it's sort of in the ground, is established. It's been there for probably close to a decade at this point, and it really is a nice focal point of the front of the house. It's not going to grow into that window. It gives some evergreen element to the foundation, and of course it looks really nice with the brick behind it. Well, there you have it, several different plants for tight, narrow spaces. Yes, they get tall, but they don't get very wide. For Growing Wisdom, I'm Dave Epstein.